American director Ned Parker is in Venice to present his new film, American Skin, about police harassment, violence, and shootings perpetrated against black people in the US. A powerful movie that director Spike Lee came out to support at its world premiere here in Venice.
How you doing?
Good, and yourself?
Good, good.
Thank you very much for talking to CINÉMOI about American Skin.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being
here. It's a great film, very important. Your film is a fiction and it deals with police violence, something we see far too often. I wanted to hear from you what the story is about and also why did you want to make that film?
At its core, I think this film is about reinstilling humanity in everyone in a way that they can come to the table and tackle a very, very critical issue. I think we all can agree that any life being taken too soon is a problem, and it deserves our attention, especially, if it's your child, a child of someone, when it hits home. And for Spike and myself, I know I can speak for myself. Even when I was filming, this is something that's just come up just now. I don't know if you knew this. A very close friend of mine lost his brother while we were filming to police violence, and it was one of those things where it's a nightmare in the sense that if we don't give attention to it, then who will? So I wanted to make this film because I felt like there's such an urgency to our core slogan, which is saving lives. If we can create some type of device, whether it be cinema or anything, that can permeate law enforcement and make them say to themselves, in the moment, I have an opportunity to not shoot this person, then we've done our job. But I think the way of doing that is through approaching it as human beings. In the film, I try to humanize everyone and give everyone a voice in a way that even outside, they can replicate this conversation because it's happened in a way they saw an example of how it can happen.
Changing the world one mind at a time. Spike, why did you wanted to give your support to Nate, your support to this film? Why do you think it's a tour de force?
Out of nowhere, Nate calls me. Spike got a film. I said, you shot a short film? I said, no, a feature. I said, when do you do that? How you shoot a feature? Spike, I'm coming to New York. My man. I'm coming to New York. I want to show it to you. I didn't know what it was about. That film has never affected me that way in a long, long time. And I said, Nate, what can I do? I want to help. This film has to be seen. Anything I can do to help the cause. Here we are in Venice.
Yeah.
That's the story. Here we are. Mm-hmm. And tonight is the world premiere. It starts tonight.
In Venice.
Right here in Venice.
And we know it's important festivals, like for Black Klansman in Cannes.
The world press is assembled here. Mm-hmm. We're speaking to a great opportunity. We're speaking to the world tonight.
In the film, we have also the point of view of that young filmmaker. He also says, a film can change the world. Is it also what you want to do with American Skin?
Absolutely, absolutely. What I want to do is shine light on an issue that we should all be engaged in. If we care about human life and the preservation of that life, then it's a problem for every single person in this room, at this festival, walking the face of this earth. And I think that's the power of cinema. In what other profession do people from all over the world, the top of their professions, come and congregate, sit in a dark room, have an experience with strangers, and walk out and talk about how it affected them? No other profession. That is the power of cinema, for better or for worse. We know how early cinema marginalized people,
In particular, I could say African Americans, also Native Americans. If you look at Hollywood films, how Native Americans were portrayed as savages and beasts, especially in the Forbes of John Ford with starring John Wayne. It's a disgrace. The United States of America was built upon the genocide of Native people and our ancestors. This is why I wear a hat, this hat. When people in power, they're not going to tell the truth. They're going to spin it, the narrative that they want. When I was growing up, we never taught that the first presidents of the United States of America owned slaves. We're getting a 1492 Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
The Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria.
I mean,
Yeah.
this stuff is drilled into young minds. I don't care, black, white, whoever. Second grade, they start teaching young people lies. And we grow up believing lies, false narratives. Now, yeah, one more.
more.
Uno
We
más.
went long.
I'm
Go ahead.
Spanish. Uno más. Go ahead.
I don't want to give any spoiler, but in the film there is this trial in that police station. Did you want it to do this for justice or for revenge?
No, not revenge at all. The reality is I think black rage, specifically in America, is justified because of what we've had to endure, what our ancestors have had to endure. But we must never confuse black rage with hate or revenge. They are not the same thing. James Baldwin said,
Come on now, James Baldwin.
James Baldwin, he said, to be black in the country, the United States of America, and to be relatively conscious is to be in a constant state of rage.
Even today,
Yep.
I have difficulty catching the cab. Even today. Now everybody knows who I am.
Yeah.
So when I'm like that, they're like, the light is on, they see me, they turn the light off, whoop!
Yeah.
Go by me.
Thank you, Spike. Thank you, Nathan.
very
Thank you.
much. Thank you for those.